Hey, Lisa Despain here with Book2 bestseller, and today I wanted to talk about the 3 white-hot book trends I'm noticing for entrepreneurs lately. These things could be things that you're noticing too, so let's go ahead and actually talk about how to pull them off and what they might mean for you as a business owner. So first of all, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and silence your cell phone, log out of Facebook. I know it's painful, but we can do it. And just remove all distractions so we can focus for just 20 minutes. It's not going to take too long to cover what we're going to talk about today. And if you would, just stay tuned to the end for a special invitation. This might or might not work out for you, but I do want to invite you to do this with me. So first of all, is writing a book something you want to do at some point this year, possibly in the future, or this week? Is this something that interests you? And then secondly, would this book be for yourself or for your business? Now, if it's for your business, this presentation is particularly important for you to pay attention to. So let's go ahead and move on. So you're in the right place if you're interested in writing a book that will benefit your business. You want to know how to do it the easiest and fastest way, and hopefully the best way too. You intend for your book to help you make money. In other words, this book could be your giant business card if you want it to be. It can be a great way for better exposure, for meeting new clients, increasing leads, etc. And then you believe it's possible and even desirable to earn money from your writing. Okay, so what we've actually found is that it's actually kind of hard to get noticed out there. There are a lot of books being published every single year, about 1 million books. The reader base is getting smaller while the number of books published is getting bigger. Ebook sales are currently flat. They had a huge kind of kickoff, and now they're just kind of stagnant. If you build it, they will come actually doesn't work in the world of books. And in fact, if you'll think about it, same thing with any other offering you make as a business owner. You can build it all day long and you can have the best thing ever, but that doesn't mean that you're going to have customers and clients. It's just a matter of the number of people who actually see the offer before they can say yes to it. And then, of course, we know that most authors release their book to the sound of crickets, which is very, very sad because you know the time and energy that's gone into creating a thing. You want it to be appreciated by as many people as possible. But our reality, are you ready for it? Our topic, in other words, the thing that people want, plus our traffic, the number of people who actually see it, equals sales. So if we have the right topic, enough traffic, we will make sales. This is nothing more than being congruent with what you're talking about, with the right ideal client or the ideal reader in this case. So as an entrepreneur, you already understand that if you have more people seeing your offer, the more likely they are to buy it. If they don't know about it, they can't buy it, obviously, right? So you probably already know how to get traffic. You might have a list. You might have Facebook ads running. You probably have some ways of having traffic to your website. And potentially, if you're open to new ways to make traffic, to get traffic, this could be something that will work for you as well. Okay, so what you might not know is what readers want. Holy cow, great question. Well, here's what we're noticing right now. There are 3 main book types that are super white hot right now in the nonfiction world. These are things that I'm noticing people talking about wanting to create, people actually eating up as far as content. And so these are 3 things you might think about doing right now to increase your business. The very first one is a planner. If you'll notice over here, the Ideal Year Marketing Planner. This is a planner I helped put together with my business coach, Amanda Goldman Petrie, and it is fantastic. It's beautiful, very well produced. So a planner might be something that you might consider to build into your business. A signature system book is a little bit different. This is where you take all of the parts of your signature system and you turn it into a book. And then a collaboration is a nice way to get with a group of people around a specific topic to create a book that you can release together as a group. Okay, so the first one, going into a little bit more detail, is a planner, journal, and or devotional. So examples of this are the one I mentioned before, Amanda's Yearly Marketing Planner. There's Danielle Laporte's daily or weekly planner. She's been doing this for years, and it's actually the planner that I use on a daily basis. I use Amanda's as well. It's kind of a higher level approach to marketing, and then Danielle's is a it's very small level. So I take what's in Amanda's and I move it to Danielle's for every single day to know exactly what I'm doing. Other examples would include Leonie Dawson's My Shining Year, Lisa Jacobs' Your Best Year 2018, and Mira Cothan's Create Blog and Editorial Planner. So each of these things, if you'll notice, has kind of a different bent to it. It's all about what the creator believes their clients want in a planner or a workbook or a journal or a devotional. So what this is this is a product that is specific to you and your business. It's your name, your unique branding, and your system, your personal system. A typical layout would include some areas for your reader to journal or add notes or add a plan or add different topics. Just typically it's a very interactive sort of product for your client. Distribution can be private. You can make this just for your paid clients, as Amanda did, through your own email list as kind of a low-cost introductory offer. And you can do that as a spiral bound or a paperback or a hardback, but you have to plan on doing distribution if you go that route. Now, if you are happy with it just being a paperback, you can do Amazon and or bookstores and do distribution online, and you don't have to worry about printing things. So that's a fantastic option too. You can sell the planner, or you can offer it as a freebie bonus to another one of your offerings. And I've seen this as well. You know, you sign up for a program or a plan or a program or offering from the person, and they bonus in a planner or a workbook or whatever to the offering. And it can be a really great value-added bonus for that particular offer that they are sending you to. Your typical time investment as the creator of the planner is roughly 90 days, and that could include writing, editing, proofing, designing, and distribution. So kind of keep those timelines in mind. If you take a little bit longer to write, of course the entire process is going to take a little bit longer than 90 days. And your typical financial investment can range from $1,000 to $3,000 plus, depending on how big the planner is, how much it costs to print, how much your providers charge you to do some of the services that they will do for you. But it does cost, so just keep that in mind. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, make sure that when you're creating your planner that you consider your own branding, your own color scheme, your own pictures, your own theme in your planner design so that it is very specific to you as the business owner. And you want to make sure it looks as fantastic as your business looks. So what to expect? You should have increased credibility with your leads and clients, some passive income potentially, and like I said, it is an incredible value-added bonus for your clients to have a physical book product in their hands. It actually feels better for them to have a physical product than to have an ebook or a downloadable. Okay, so the second main type is a signature system book. Now, the easiest way to think about this is to think from the perspective of examples. Shanda Sumter's Core Calling is a perfect example of this. She talks about all of the parts of her signature system in it. Amanda Young's Finding Clarity, she actually wrote the book, and in writing the book, she developed her signature system based on the parts of the book. So that's a kind of a front and backwards way of going about creating a signature system. It was absolutely brilliant. Lynn Ellioff's Gutsy Glorious Life Coach, she actually goes through the steps to becoming a life coach, and that can be, that's a great way to look at a great, point A to point B sort of thing. Carrie Green's She Means Business, and then Denise Duffield Thomas's Get Rich Lucky Bitch, that's all talking about her personal signature system. So what is a signature system? If you're not familiar, a signature system determines the steps it will take to move your clients from point A to point B. So these steps form your signature system. So to make it kind of a little bit more clear, in my signature system, I take an author from point A, which can be I have a book idea, all the way through point B. I not only have a produced book ready to go, but I also have a great plan for my next steps to make more money from the book, whether that's an online course or consulting or whatever. So if my point A is I have an idea and my point B is I have a finished book and ideas on where to go next, all of the steps in between point A and point B form my signature system. So point A would be, let's determine what your book topic is. That is plan. Second one is product. So we're going to create the best product that we can, whether that's through editorial, proper structure, etc. The next step is packaging. So that's let's make it as good as it possibly can look. The next step is promotion. Let's release it to people who are ready and willing to read it. And then the last one is party, which is the part where we look at what can we take from this book and turn it into something that will create actual wealth. Okay, so that's your point A to point B summary. So your book can take every step in your signature system, build a chapter or a section on each part, or it can pick out one step in the system and get much more crystal clear on that one step. So in my case, I could have a book on planning, I could have a book on product, I could have a book on packaging, one on promotion, and one on party. So that could potentially be one book or it could be 5 books. So one of the things I've found is that many entrepreneurs already have bits and pieces of the content built, and it could be a video, just a video that you need to have transcribed and turned into something that is readable and relatable to your audience. It could be audio, it could be already text in the form of blog posts. It just needs to be organized into a framework that makes sense. So the signature system, your book becomes your business card. And in fact, when you give your book to a potential client, what you're doing is you're giving them a fantastic overview of what your system is so that they have a little bit more education and they can move further with you into some higher level offerings with you. So like for instance, one financial planner I know has a beautifully produced hardback, and he gives that book to potential clients. So then when they come to him and they're ready to do business, he knows that they've already gone through the book, they have a good foundation for financial education, and now they're ready to actually take action. So that's a beautiful example of how that can work. Now your typical time investment is anywhere from 30 to 180 days. It just really depends on how big your book is, how in depth you want to go, what's already created, if you want to go just ebook or print plus ebook. You know, if you're planning on hiring out, which I would highly recommend hiring out for packaging. So all of that can take potentially up to 6 months or even longer, just depending on how long it takes. Your typical financial investment can range from just $1,000 at bare bones up to $5,000 plus, and you know, some of the bigger books that I've worked on have been $5,000 plus easily, because we are talking many pages and heavy editorial and, you know, high level packaging. So just be aware that there is a fairly significant investment here, especially if you want to do it right. So your book can add credibility to everything you do in your business, and it also can help you clarify your signature system. It can kind of give you guideposts to what your signature system actually is. Collaborations. These have become a big favorite of mine. Examples of these are Rhonda White's Moments in Life, The Caregiver's Story, Aprielle Frank's Hunt, Fabulous New Life, Nikki Wood's Shift, and Shift Happens, and she has one more, Shift On. Holly Porter's The 40-40 Rules, and she has also, I believe, the 30-30 Rules. And then my Empire Builders, the upcoming collaboration with women, female entrepreneurs who are building empires in their business. So a collaboration is built around a central theme. So if you'll notice on the previous slide, we had the caregiver's theme. We had people who had to change in their lives. They had shift. Holly Porter's, she did the 40-40 rules and then the 30-30 rules. So the 40-40 is women in their 40s who want to give advice, or who have advice to give to people who are younger than them, things we wish we'd known when we were in our 30s. And then same thing with the 30-30 book. So the success of the book depends on each contributor doing at least some marketing. So essentially, if I tell people that my book is coming out and I'm one person, I have a certain size list of people that I would tell. You know, my list might be 100, or it might be 1,000, or it might be 10,000. So my ability to reach people is limited by what I have personally in my realm, my sphere of influence. So when you have contributors, you might have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 people who are in the book, and every one of them is supposed to do some sort of marketing. So the list becomes, instead of 1,000, maybe it's 30,000. Instead of 10,000, maybe it's 300,000. But each contributor brings their own sphere of influence to the book marketing. Each contributor typically writes a chapter and then provides their own contact information so the reader can find them later. So that could be their website or their email address. Sometimes people put QR codes in the books to make it really easy for people to click through on their cell phones. Each contributor gains exposure through association. So in other words, the tide raises because there are multiple people involved. Your typical time investment is roughly 90 to 120 days, and this does depend on the person who is organizing it. A typical financial investment is $150 to $1,000 for each contributor, and $3,500 to $7,500 for the organizer. So what happens here is each contributor will help the organizer offset the cost of the project. In exchange for that, the contributor gains exposure and potentially leads for their business because they are a part of the collaboration. So what we should expect is increased exposure and credibility, plus the potential for more clients and leads, and you may actually get some books out of the bargain, which is fantastic to have on your book table for when you're doing speaking engagements. It can be really great to help offset the cost. So it is now time for your special invitation from me. I am doing, like I said before, a collaboration called Empire Builders, and I would invite you to become an empire builder with me. This has a strong list building component. It operates a lot like a giveaway. So if you've ever been involved in a giveaway, everyone has a giveaway. They have a free gift for the people who are participating. And in our case, we will have a giveaway offer where each person can offer, if you go to my website and you sign up for my list, I will give you some special gift that you can only get through this. You can establish your business alongside other powerful female entrepreneurs, and we have several who are already involved, with a few more coming on board. You introduce your business to new leads because, of course, you are now not just you are a group of people, and so everyone participates, and potentially your book chapter is going to be in front of 300,000 people versus just your 1,000 or whatever. You invite your readers to join your list. So somebody who is, like I said, somebody who reads your chapter and you give the invitation with a giveaway can go to your website and sign up for your email list and get a free gift. And then you will have physical books to sell to offset your participation fee, which can help quite a bit, and that is included in the amount it takes to become an empire builder. So if you want in on the collaboration, I would love for you to drop me an email and just ask for more information. It is, I can't have everyone in it, because if you're not actually building an empire, it kind of doesn't make sense. I need to limit it to people who are really identifying that they are building an empire. And so I'd love to hear your story. If you want to just drop me a line, my email is lisa@book2bestseller.com, and I look forward to hearing your story. I love to read the stories, and I love to hear what people have done with it. And of course, if you need more information before you can commit, I would love to tell you about that too. I hope you've enjoyed this, this presentation. We went over the 3 main types of super white hot books for entrepreneurs right now. The planner, it was, first one was the planner, the second one was the signature system book, and the third one was the collaboration. Thanks. Bye.